For the person who's found this, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? For the person who's found this. Okay, we have attraction. What you're attracting something. This is the romance oracle. So if you are single, you are attracting somebody. But attraction is many things. Queen of Wands energy, you attract abundance. You attract and magnetize connections, friendships, partnerships. So much in the attraction. Okay. What else do we have here? If I could pick it up, reconciliation. Okay. I am already pulling twin energy, so we will look at that. But you are pulling in something from your past. Now, reconciliation, somebody from your past is returning to your life. I also get that energy of past life. So this is soulmate or twin energy. You are pulling in a connection. This is going to be for somebody who is single, 100%. If you are not single, this is probably not your reading. And if you wish it was your reading and you're not single, then you probably should be single. Okay. You're living your best life. This is somebody who's trying to live their best life, okay? This is the 9 of Pentacles energy, okay? You're attracting love, okay? Now, if you don't want somebody from your past, that's okay, but you're attracting things in a different way. You are very powerful. So let's take a look at this. What does this person need to know about the attraction? One, you have the ability to attract. You don't have to chase. Okay, this Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, there's some pain still in the way though. Let's take a look at this because that would be blocking something. So let's allow this to unfold. Tell me about this person. This person, okay. Whoever this is on the other side, yeah, okay. They did something very disappointing. Whoever this person of your past is, if you have had interaction. If not, this is a past relationship. But here's the thing. There was non-committal energy. It ended poorly. Somebody was horribly disappointed. And I'm going to go with it's you. But maybe both of you for different reasons. But there's some pain here that you've had to work through. Okay? This King of Wands, this is almost an energy of their way or the highway. And maybe you tried to shift and change and challenge a King of Wands as a King of Wands. Okay? And beat them at their own game. This is an energy where you get to pull your energy back to you, find balance. This is a person you would have lost yourself in. You would have been trying to I don't know how to make this person happy. I don't know how to make them stay, or I don't know how to have them not be disappointed or not disappoint me, okay? I need you to let them make their own decisions and realize that they made their decisions. You couldn't have changed the outcome. This is so you get to find your solid ground, okay? This, I feel like you're way over giving. I don't know if this person was purposely trying to manipulate or it felt manipulating, but there's a very sense right over here that somebody was also not emotionally available fully, okay? And I feel like it was this person. Tell me about this 3 of Swords. Thank you. We have 5 of Wands. Yeah, whatever this connection was that you had either with this person or previously, there was a lot of chaos. I don't know if it was a lot of arguing, but you were on different pages and you wanted different things. And maybe you tried to communicate and get them onto your page and they could never hear you. It's like you're in different books though, and you have to acknowledge that. Yeah, this is where you learn to receive. You are worth a higher version of this connection, okay? Doesn't mean there were no emotions. In fact, it's wish fulfillment, and I feel like that's on both sides. And I think that's the hard part because there could be a lot of love and a lot of emotional entanglement. They're actually giving me entanglement, which makes me think it's a twin connection. But there's emotional entanglement with this person. The emotions aren't what the issue was. Is the emotions blinded to what one person wanted versus what the other person wanted. And it's almost like you were trying to change yourself or morph yourself to align better with this person. But the thing is, you're not meant to do that. You were making yourself smaller. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you had to walk away. And I don't know if you walked away or they walked away, but you need to separate from this energy to figure out, well, where do you want to go from here? Because This is where you gather your energy and your power back to you and start attracting more of the things that make you feel alive, okay? You're abundant. You are very nurturing and supportive to other people. Maybe you mothered this person, okay? Maybe they wanted too much energy from you and you were giving and giving and giving and you weren't getting back. It wasn't balanced, left you depleted, okay? You're learning how to give that energy back to yourself and enjoy it. Yeah, there's some patience being asked for in this as well. 6 of Cups. It's not for lack of love, but you got to give that love back to you. You deserve better than whatever this connection was. And if this is a soulmate or twin connection that you're like, yes, I really do desire them back, you need to make sure that you're taking them back in an energy that supports you lovingly. And it starts with you supporting you lovingly and not settling for something that you don't want just to have the person there, because it's not worth the pain and the chaos. And there's this, the 9 of Wands is seen as the wounded warrior, okay? Love does not have to come with bandages, okay? It's not, well, it's good sometimes, and when it's good, but when it's bad, I can deal with it. That's not, the universe is trying to show you there's something bigger than that. That you deserve better than that. And you need to trust that if you walk away from this wounded energy, that one, you're going to have time to heal and see things clearer without any distortion up here. But also, you're going to have hope in a newer way of seeing relationships. And you're going to want more, and you're going to set that bar higher to what aligns with what you really want. Because I can already tell you commitment was one of the issues. I can see it. This person wanted something very lighthearted and free, and you're like coming up here going, I'm ready to invest everything. And this person wasn't trying to look for that. And this is almost like, hey, connections, you're going to have to take it a little slower, but there's somebody coming. Ace of Pentacles. But you got to build the solid ground, and an Ace of Pentacles takes time. What can we do now? 7 of Wands. You're learning boundaries. Don't let anybody step all over you. Doesn't matter who it is. And it's not just, saying no abruptly to everybody, but the boundaries are, okay, how can I still be me? Who am I? And how do I show love and lovingly say no? Okay? We have the Ace of Swords. We have a lot of truth and clarity coming. When you get more clarity in what you want in a connection and who you are and where you want to go, you're going to, this person will be attracted in if you do want them back. But even if you attract somebody from your past in that you don't want back, okay, the universe could also just be showing you have the ability to pull things back in. Find that lovingly decline energy for the things that you don't want. This goes for people, this goes for jobs, this goes for places, this goes for activities. If every aspect of your life connects together. So if you are trying to get back with this connection, you need to turn things down in every facet of your life that you don't really want. Do you want to go to that thing on that day? If you don't, stop going. You don't have to. Sometimes we just don't want the consequences or whatever happens afterwards, how the dominoes fall. It is all intertwined. So you're working on, how do I feel abundant? How do I invest into me? And you're going to be walking away from things. Could be even just be the belief system that love has to be a battle. Love is not a battle, okay? It's a partnership, okay? Chaos and battle, that's a very toxic type of relationship, and you deserve better than that. And yes, could there be an argument? Yes, but you need to be able to communicate through it. I'm going to tell you right now, one of these two energies is very immature. You wouldn't get anywhere. You're on different pages. But you are here to figure out how to balance you out, okay? You've got this. Let's see, is there anything else here? Stepping stone. Take the next step, simplicity and focus. This isn't a big plan. You don't just sit there and plan out the next 3 years. That's not how this works, okay? 1, just take the next step. So I'm already going to tell you your next step is, what are you doing for yourself for self-care? When's the last time you've done stuff for yourself? Do you feel guilty when you do things for yourself? Start with the you. Don't start with them, okay? Know that you embodying you to your fullest, being able to enjoy every moment fully, live in the present, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, just being able to be in the present and notice little things, you're going to start pulling and magnetizing many things to you, okay? But this is a very meditative energy. This is an energy of going out in nature, but it could even be sitting for 30 minutes and noticing all the birds, all the sounds, something that brings you into the moment. And then practice doing that without feeling guilty. Maybe you turn your phone off, maybe put on Do Not Disturb. You and get to spend you time. And maybe it's treating yourself to a spa day. There's so many ways to focus on you that will remove you from some of this energy, and you're going to start seeing things clearer. And then there might be pieces of you that you see clear, and you're like, you know what, I want to adjust that. You're allowed to do that, okay? And don't get lost in the big hows. Take each step. Every step ripples out. If you've ever like tossed a stone in water, it ripples out. All right, what else? What else do we have here? What else? We have a lot of water coming out of here, by the way. So emotions are really what the balance is right now, and how you don't let emotions guide you and you allow yourself to keep growing. And you can always acknowledge what you feel, but there's a balance here. And we have the water oracle, literally water and emotions. Acting on visions, it's destined, okay? Especially if you're in a separation and you're like, I don't understand why this didn't work, but I know that they're here, or I know that they're going to come back, or any of this. Don't focus on that. You're allowed to know. Psychic abilities, this talks about growing spiritually. Now, I'm going to also say the Eight of Cups also talks about spiritual paths. If you feel like you're in a twin connection, that is a spiritual path. But that also means usually that it's going to push you to your limits of spiritual growth. If you don't meditate or you don't take time to grow intuitively, that's one of the things that's going to be nudged forward, and it's okay. But this is a very clairvoyant energy. If you are somebody who is a medium or you're very clairvoyant, you see numbers, you have deja vu, there's a lot of parts to clairvoyance, okay? A lot of vision, sight. It could be in dream state. So allow yourself to delve into those things. One, it brings your energy back to you, but the more energy you spend on yourself, whether it's money, time, words, resources, that pulls energy back to you, okay? And it allows other things to be attracted to you as well, okay? And I do have let it go at the bottom. This is showing you how to energetically let go of energy that's not helping. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting that this person exists or not feeling for them like you do, okay? You don't pretend, oh, I don't care, and no, it's not about that. It's about, you know what? I can't control what they're doing. I'm letting the energy go. I'm owning how I feel, but I'm letting the energy go, and I trust that it'll come out how it needs to. I'm going to tell you right now, there's clarity coming with something, and it's not going to be when you plan it. It's the sudden Ace of Swords. Yeah, Eight of Wands. You could even have sudden communication come in from somebody, and it might not even be this person. It could be sudden communication from something out of the blue that leads you to figure out something spiritually. There's so many opportunities, but the goal isn't to plan it out. This is when you live in the flow. Okay, last card for the person who's found this. What do we need to know here? We have the assessing. Yeah, this is where you stop, you pause, you take a look from the outside in. Don't get lost in your emotions. And I think that that's the best part. Acknowledge them. Do not pretend that you don't care for somebody, okay? Emotions, though, are many different things. Doesn't just mean love. Could mean anger. Could mean frustration. Could mean disappointment. Okay, there's a huge circle of emotions. Look at them. But don't relive them. Try to zoom out and go, okay, what do I feel about this situation, okay? And do it in a way where you're observing how it's interacting. And when you start doing that, you're going to have a level-headed version of something of how to approach it next. And if you get stuck, allow yourself a break. Go do something for you where you can take your mind off of it that brings you into the moment. Maybe you want to go to a botanical garden and go look at the flowers, okay? Allow yourself to do things for you. We have trust at the bottom. the whole lesson here is trusting the universe. The universe has your back. There is something you're learning and you're growing. You are learning how to give back to yourself as if it was everybody else in your life. It is your life. It is not everybody else's. You are the main character in your story, but this is where you revamp everything and you live that, okay? Your side characters and your partners and your friends and all the other allies that you have, they're going to come in. You got to trust that. But right now, there's a lot of energy that doesn't need to be there. It's old. It's the old chapter, the old series. You are starting, I feel like this is where somebody starts a new book, like a new series for themselves, okay? It's almost like a spin-off, but this is where you find you, and you're allowed to make huge changes. This is where you decide what you want to do, all right? Love, light, and positive vibes.